What's going on, guys? This is Cam Hilliard from Miller's RV in Baton Rouge, and today I want to show you a floor plan that I am super excited about. This is the 2025 Coachmen Leprechaun 260 MB. So before we get started, go ahead, like this video, make sure to turn on post notifications so you can get an update every time we post something that's really cool, just like this. Like I said, I am super excited, so let's start. All right, so we're down the entry door side of the coach now. This is the absolute tailgater's dream. This is an all new floor plan that just came out this year. It's got a ton of highlights. I hope I remember to tell you all about them, but I'm really excited about this. So I wanna start with the basics. So it does have side view cameras. Always a great thing to have, even for a smaller motorhome like this. They do call it a 26, probably closer to like 28 in real length. But even for a smaller Class C like this, or mid-size Class C, I still love to have cameras. So that's a big plus. But down the side, you can see we've got two big compartments here. So this thing is jam-packed full of features. Also for the inside comfort, it's got a ton of features too, but we'll wait to get to that. So right now I'm standing underneath the full-length awning, so beautiful awning, LED lights underneath. Like I mentioned, this thing is a tailgater's dream. So you've got outside, you've got a TV, we've still got the paper on it. Excuse us if it's a little dirty. We haven't really had time to clean it properly yet, but we're really excited to do the video, so we wanted to jump on and show you guys. So here you're gonna have a Connex Smart TV with a built-in JBL soundbar. So you're gonna have good sound quality, good picture here too, right under the awning, so it looks great. And then to my right, we've got this massive compartment here, which I wanna show you that. I think you guys are gonna be really excited. All right, so you might have guessed it. I would hope so, maybe not. I don't know if I've ever seen a Class C. Sorry, I gotta figure out these latches. I don't know if I've ever seen a Class C with an outdoor kitchen this big. This is just outrageous. So you've got a fold down table here, which is wonderful. So this table, actually, you can change the level of it. So if you're somewhere where you can't put down your leveling jacks, you can actually just change the level via this little thing here. So you make sure this is always nice and even for whenever you're cooking. You're gonna have a gray stone cooktop here. So this is actually the bigger gray stone too. So that's gonna be perfect for smash burgers, breakfast, bacon, you name it. Above that, you're gonna have a mini fridge. Again, this is great for tailgating. So you've got the fridge right there, a little tiny freezer unit for some ice cubes too if you want. And then you have a microwave. Also, you've got storage here. I'm not gonna lie, this is kinda, I have the jacks down right now. So yes, this does have automatic leveling jacks. It's got the Bigfoot system. But since I have the jacks, it's raised a little bit. I'll be honest, I think these are kinda tall. Yeah, I mean, even when the jacks are not down, you might need a stool to get that. So I'm not crazy how tall they are, but it's still extra storage outside. So I do like that part. You also have a sink out here. So guys, you really have everything. You've got a fridge, you've got LED lights, microwave, you've got a griddle, you've even got a table. So I really like that. And I'm guessing this here, yeah, that's your propane quick connect for the Blackstone too. So, or for the Greystone rather. Also, if you wanted to bring like a different grill, instead of using that, you could just hook it right to there. So that's a plus. To the left of that, you're gonna have storage there. And then this, I believe you've got a propane, yeah. And that'll be your propane tank there. So, I mean, guys, this is awesome. So even if it was for some reason, so like, let's say you're in a situation where it was really high wind and you couldn't have the awning out, you can still have this open and still have some shade or protection from the rain. So I actually really like this outdoor kitchen area. On the driver's side, so on your curb side, you have a couple of features there, mostly gonna be storage. You do actually have a 5,500 watt generator on this, which is massive for a Class C of this size. And we'll get into a little bit more why whenever we get inside. So let's go check that out. All right, guys, so I said I wasn't gonna show this side, but then I walked over to make sure, and I can't pass this up. Like I said, this is a tailgater's dream. So you have a really big awning, but if you have tailgates or even if you throw a little party at the campsite, you know that you usually have more people than you expect. So if you have space where, maybe everyone won't fit under the awning and you wanna bring a gazebo or a little easy up or something like that, or even just extra chairs, this is so perfect for that. I mean, this is huge. This is perfect for a little easy up or perfect for a ton of chairs. A folding table might be a little harder to fit in there. I don't think you could do that. I don't know, you could probably get creative, depends on what kind of table, but this is perfect for an easy up or some chairs. And then To the left, you're gonna have another little storage compartment here. So again, bonus storage there. Your generator is gonna be underneath. Also a couple more storage compartments as well. And then I think this should be more storage. Yeah, more storage, and then that's where your power cord is gonna be as well. You might be able to see you've got your sewage dumps there. I like that they're raised a little bit. Sometimes I find with Class C's, they put like your dump valves really low and just doesn't give you great ground clearance. I like that this is higher. I'm not really worried about clipping that whenever I'm driving it. So that's a plus. Okay, now we actually are gonna go inside here in just a second. I do wanna mention this is the full body paint. We've done a video on the differences between full body paint and decals, so if you don't know the difference, check that out. But it is a beautiful full body paint scheme. We mentioned the side view cameras, and then you do have the leveling jacks, as I said earlier. So this thing is fully loaded, it's ready to roll. I'm so excited for you guys to see the inside. Let's check it out. All right guys, so we're inside of this 260MB now. Like I said, I absolutely love this floor plan. So not only do you have a full length awning outside, and I forgot to mention, you do have a slide topper over the slide, which is a big plus as well. Keeps some maintenance down and makes it where you don't have to get up there and sweep off every time. But also you have a full length slide as well. So a super open floor plan, again, great for entertaining, great for tailgates, parties, stuff like that. To my left, you've got a U-shaped dinette. That will drop down to a bed if you need some additional sleeping. You can sleep up to 6 in here, 2 there, 2, and then 2 of the cab over. Right here, you have a huge closet. I've got our little comforter in it right now. But I mean, this thing goes back, it's gotta go back 2.5, 3 feet. I mean, it's huge. And then you've got 3 drawers underneath. You've got 2 drawers. Now I like this because some brands actually don't put drawers underneath the dinettes. They have storage under, but a lot of times they don't have drawers. So they're not, it's like you have to lift up the cushions to access it. This, you can lift up the cushions and lift the base and access the storage, but you don't have to. So I actually really like having the drawers there, and you have one on either side. Seat belts, it looks like, I always get this question, it looks like 3 seat belts. So you've got 3 waist belts, one there, and then one on the wall. You also do have a huge window here, and another window there on the slide, so a good bit of natural light comes in, so I really like that. And then we've got a good sized kitchen here. It doesn't look like too much right now, but you have the sink covers, which double as countertop space, and then you actually have the little pull-out countertop space here, so really not bad. I'm gonna pan a little bit so you guys can see this better, but I think it's a quaint little kitchen. If it's up to me, I'm still using that outdoor kitchen, no doubts about it. All right guys, so like I said, you do have, it is kind of compact, but you do have good countertop space, I feel like. I love that you can move the sink faucet, so then that opens up these 2. It is gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so it's one big sink. I always talk about this, my wife loves a double sink. I prefer the singular big sink, but either way, it's deep, which is nice. And then I love having the little pull-out faucet here. It just makes washing dishes and spraying your friends all the more convenient. You do have a window right in front of this with the little metal window shade to keep from getting any like grease or anything popping that. Little backsplash here to keep that clean. You do have rain hood vent here with a light and a fan. And then you've got your pull-out plugs here. I always find this really convenient when they put that in the kitchen area, because if you don't need it, you can fold it, get out of the way. But if you need it, you have 2 110 plugs and 2 USBs. So that's a plus for me. You're gonna have a 3-burner stove here. I like having the 3 burners, to tell you the truth. I feel like I usually just use 2 of them, but you have all 3 here if you want to use it. Below that, you're gonna have convection. That should be, yeah, convection microwave here. That actually says, wow, that's actually an air fryer too. That's awesome. So it's air fryer, convection, and a regular microwave. So I like that. That's new. I don't know if I showed this, but you've got that pull-out little countertop area there. 3 drawers below. That's nice. And then you've got a big storage compartment here that will be perfect for a little trash can. Up above, you're gonna have 2 pretty deep cabinets. So, and actually they're all open too, so you can put bigger stuff in here without any problem. Now, if you're worried about it sliding, what you could do is you could just simply build a partition in between the 2 and that'd be no problem. You got your manuals there, not worried about that right now. I like, actually, I'm just noticing too, that you have, yeah, so you have magnets on the top and bottom. You have magnetic latches. I like that you have 2 latches for each cabinet door. So it feels like these, I mean, it feels like these are pretty sturdy. I gotta give it a nice tug to open it. So I feel like that'd be really good whenever you're traveling. Your pots and pans aren't gonna fly out. Behind me, you've got a refrigerator here. So this is gonna be 12-volt compressor driven. Good size fridge. And actually, you've got, Yeah, so this is one where you can actually make it run off of 9 volt, 10 volt, 11 volt, 12 volt, or 13 volt. So it's good even if you don't have like full power, if you're trying to conserve some energy whenever you're, you know, off grid or something like that. So I mentioned outside, this does have a 5,500 watt generator. You may ask why, or you might have clued in. If so, let me know if you guys figured that out before, but you do have 2 AC units on this. If you've seen some of our other videos on the Leprechauns, a lot of times they have 2 ACs and 30 amp, which still works fine. You can still run both the ACs off of 30 amp, depending on, you know, what else you're running. You're pretty much not gonna run anything else, but we've done it with both ACs and it's been fine. I like having 50 amp because I know that I have enough power at all times. So you do have a 50 amp connection on this. You're gonna have a ducted 15K here, and that's gonna be a non-ducted, I wanna say it's an 11,000 BTU in the rear. So we're gonna scoot back. I'm gonna show you guys the area here. So this is a king size Murphy bed. I think you're gonna like it. All right guys, so we scooted back to the bedroom area now. To my right, you're gonna have a Hisense smart TV here. Yeah, smart TV there. And below that, you've got an electric fireplace. I love having the fireplaces. I like the ambiance of them. And for a lot of times in the South, at least in Louisiana, like we don't usually get tons of days where it's cold enough to run the gas furnace. So I just like running the electric fireplace there. I find it a lot more simple. And then above that, I'm telling you, all the drawers or all the cabinets in this are just so deep, man. I'm so impressed with this. I mean, this is easily 2 feet deep here. That is huge. So you can store tons of stuff there, clothes, blankets, pillows, you name it. And then to the right of that, you're gonna have another one. This one actually, I guess because of the outdoor kitchen, this one might actually be even deeper, and it's got some built-in shelves in the back too, which is super convenient. Now below that, I mentioned 50 amp, 2 ACs, but also you're gonna have a washer dryer combo here, which is a big plus. I know people don't always use them. Some people love them, some people don't use them. The benefit is that's an option, so that's not standard. If you wanted this without that, you can absolutely get it. Even if you know, the dealer nearby, you had it with that, you can always remove that and then just sell it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Not really a big deal, but I like that it has it. I like the option. I love options, baby. Give me the options. Also above your fireplace, you have a little nook there to store remotes, or you can put phones, or I guess probably remotes are probably gonna be the most convenient thing, but I like that. So to the left, I mentioned it just a second ago, this is gonna be a Murphy bed, king size bed. So good size bed here, really comfortable. You've got the couch, and these actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, electric recliners, man, you can't beat that. These cushions are actually at an angle. They're kind of like trapezoid. Because I was wondering, I was like, I feel like I had it tilted, but it makes it where it's a comfortable angle on my back. I know sometimes on Murphy beds, they're kind of straight up, but that's actually not bad. So that's actually pretty comfortable. So when we go to fold down the bed, we're gonna move these. You gotta find a spot to put these. Maybe that's why they give you all these deep cabinets, just because that's the easy spot to put them. I'm just gonna set these to the side for now. And actually, I do wanna mention too, you do have a child seat tether on the dinette as well. So definitely like to point that out. So we're gonna fold this Murphy bed down. I wanna say this will come like this. And guys, you can see as soon as I open this up, the natural light just floods because you've got 2 windows there. So this is gonna be your king size bed here. I'm always kind of caught in between this, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. I like to leave the plastic on for the new owner so they know that no one else has laid on it. But I don't know, like when you're looking for it, is it kind of hard to picture with the plastic on it? Let me know what you think whenever you're looking. Do you like to see the plastic on, or would you rather it off? I'm always open to suggestions, like I said, because I'm kind of in between. So pretty easy to put down. I really, oh, and actually you've got chargers on that side. So you've got a little lip on, or a little ledge on either side where you can put water bottles or phones. So that's pretty convenient. And then above, you've got some smaller cabinets here as well. Yeah, so you've got 3 smaller cabinets there as well. So that's a nice plus also. So I'm gonna fold this up and we're gonna go ahead and check out the bathroom, guys. I think you're gonna like that as well. All right, guys, so you might have seen it whenever I was in the bedroom, but this has a sliding door with, again, another magnetic latch. This can kind of suck if the magnets aren't good. All the magnets on this feel really, really solid and feel like they're gonna hold it well when you're traveling. So that's a plus. And the door feels, I mean, it feels really solid. I know sometimes for these sliding doors, they kind of get real wiggly. I mean, this really doesn't. It feels good. You can probably see too, you have 4 total hooks here for towels or bathing suits. So that's really convenient as well. Gonna have my sink to the right. So the sink itself is not huge. It's deep, so I like that. So yep, I'm not busting my knuckles when I wash my hands, but the sink is plastic. That doesn't really bother me that much, but it is worth noting. To the right of that, I always love having a lot of countertop space in the bathroom. I feel like this is a thing that's very underrated. Doesn't really get mentioned a whole lot. But I think it's really nice because when you have multiple people in here, whether it's just 2 people or whether it's 6 people, you're gonna have toothbrush and deodorant and brushes and makeup and all that stuff right here. So it makes it where you're not like filling all the cabinets with that all the time, or it's just not like falling all over the place. You can put it really nice and organized here. You also have a little built-in towel rack already where you can hang your hand towel. Gonna have medicine cabinet here, as you expect. Not super deep, not supposed to be. Great for, you know, I guess whenever you're traveling, you can put all the toothpaste and stuff in there. To the right, you're gonna have a compartment or another cabinet here. This has 3 different levels, and they're perfect for folded towels or even rolled towels as well. So I like this a lot. Interesting place for your fuse box and your fuse and breaker panel here. I don't mind it. It doesn't really bother me. I guess it's easy to see. I don't know if I've ever seen one in a bathroom, but not bad. Toilet paper holder here. The toilet, like I said, guys, you're gonna like this motorhome. Toilet is a porcelain toilet. Legroom, yeah, legroom's pretty good, so that's not bad. You do have a mirror in here. And then actually, I feel like most manufacturers do a pretty good job of this, but sometimes I get frustrated when there's not a vent in the bathroom, which I've seen before. So I always like to mention that there is a vent, or a vent for the AC in the bathroom. There also is an electric fan here. It does have the small fan. You could always add a bigger fan if you'd like. I think this will get the job done for venting, venting fumes and such. So we're gonna flip around now. I want you to see the shower. I don't know how they did it, but it seems like everything in this is really roomy, but the overall footprint of this is still well under 30 feet. I'm really, really impressed with this 260. Let's flip around and check out the shower. All right, guys, so I'm in the shower. You know, I always love to stay in the shower to give you a good size perspective. This is a super roomy shower. I just said, but I really just don't get how they're able to have so much space all over the place in this. It doesn't seem like you sacrifice anything, which I like. And this size is very manageable. Again, well under 30 feet. You can get into all the national parks, no problem. 50 amp, 2 ACs, outdoor kitchen, outdoor TV. I mean, leveling jacks, full body paint, cameras, it's got everything. But right now we're in the shower, so let's talk about that. So the shower, very roomy, no problems here. You do have the Nautilus Stow-It shower curtain there. So again, that's gonna squeegee off your water. You guys know I absolutely love that. Keeps this clean and keeps it lasting for a while so you're not constantly replacing it. To the right, if you guys recognize this, I'm impressed. A lot of you probably don't, but this actually has the shower miser, which is great. I think this is much more important for off-grid use, but I guess if you want to save great tank space, it's really important as well. So what the shower miser system does, so we've talked about this before, but just to give you a quick refresher. So let's say, even at your house, whenever you turn on your shower, for most people, you have to wait a little bit until, not crazy long, but wait a minute or two until the water gets hot while it blows out all that cold water. Now in your house, it's not a problem because you're tied into the city sewage, or you have a modad or whatever. It's not a problem for you typically in a house, but in an RV, while you're waiting for that water to get hot, you're filling up great tank space. If you're not at a campground, you're using fresh water. So what this is, you can actually turn it where you turn on your hot water. So what you do, you're gonna turn on both, oops, must still been a little bit of water in there. You're gonna turn on both of these valves. You're gonna twist this knob. So now if I did it, nothing's gonna come out because I closed the valve. So basically, that was unexpected, but basically what you do, you turn on the water and then it's got a little blue emblem here that's actually plastic. So whenever the water gets heated up, that's gonna turn streaky white, and then you can open back up the valve and you have water right there ready for you. So that's a big plus, so you're not wasting any extra fresh water, you're not filling up any great tank space. Now I should actually say too, this does have an on-demand water heater, so you really don't have too much time to wait on that. I kind of forgot about that, but it's still a plus. It's still a plus because you don't waste any water. I think it's a little bit redundant on this, but I always like being efficient when I can, so not a problem there. So we're gonna go back through the front. I wanna show you guys the captain chairs on this. They're different than most other models you've seen, so I think you're gonna like it. All right, guys, so we are back at the front of the motorhome now. So I've got I think things I like, things I don't like about the front. I'll start with the things I like. So I really like the fact that you have, I don't know if it's real leather or not. I'm not really a good judge of that. It feels real to me. It looks really good. So instead of cloth seats or like, I know in the Winnebagos, they'll do like an ultra leather up front. I don't mind the ultra leather either, but I don't know. It just looks like, it kind of looks like it's natural color. I think I like the coloring of this a lot. I think that's what it is. It kind of stands out to me. So I like that. But one thing that, and actually both these seats swivel too. So I'll go back to what I don't like. So what I don't like is, I can get over it, but I don't love this huge drop down here. It's bigger than you normally have. You don't normally have such a big drop off on at least most of the Class C's that we carry. But it's a pretty big drop. Now the fix to that are these two cushions that you have here for either of the seats. So these seats do swivel, like I said. When they swivel, you have the cushion that's gonna raise you up. There we go. So you do have the cushion. So see right now, that'd be super uncomfortable. But if you put the cushion on and then have a seat that's gonna raise you, and it's still not perfect, but I think it's a lot better and it's doable, again, for a tailgate or a party or something like that, where you have a bunch of people in here, that's a good fix. So that would probably be economy, just that it's such a big drop, but I could get over it. But yeah, so I do wanna mention too in the dash, so there are a couple things that are different here with the 2025 than what we had seen in the previous 2024s. So I'm gonna scoot you guys up a little bit so you can get a better look. All right guys, so I'm sitting in the captain chairs now. I'm just kind of facing you so it's a little easier to see. So the difference that I mentioned, there are two differences right here. So on the previous Coachmens that we had, the 2023s and 24, they had a bigger radio. That's still not a deal breaker to me because this is still a touchscreen. Excuse me, still Bluetooth, all that jazz. It's just not as big, but it's still a good size. So that's not really that bad to me. I like that they added this. So you have a 110 plug up here. I don't really know as much about the chassis side. I'm assuming that goes, I guess maybe there's some sort of inverter built into this thing, like a small little inverter. If you know more about that, fill us in the comments below so we have a better idea. But yeah, so you still have a screen here. But what I always love about the Leprechauns, and most Class C's don't do this, I love the fact that you have two screens. I've explained this before, but I'll explain it again. So because on this screen, I'm gonna have my radio, I'm gonna have my GPS. So I'm gonna have my directions and the basic things like that. But on a lot of motorhomes, when I hit my turn signal, what happens? I lose the vision. Or on, let's just say I'm towing a vehicle behind, I'm towing my Jeep behind it. I like to watch the camera when I go down the road. So let's say I'm watching the camera on some of your other motorhomes. I don't get to see my directions. I don't get to see the radio or anything like that because I have the camera on. Now with this, since you have a second screen, I still have my navigation here and I have a constant view of what's going on around me, whether it be the side view cameras or the rear view camera. So I absolutely love that. I always like to have two screens. I've told this story to a lot of customers. I realized this, I never realized how much I like two screens until I drove an RV with two screens and I was like, holy cow, I feel like I'm missing out the other way. So this is always something that you could add down the road. You could add a second screen. So if you have an RV that's not a Leprechaun or it is Leprechaun but doesn't have this, you could always add this. It's something that I highly recommend just because personally, I love to be able to see the GPS so I'm not looking at my phone, and I love to be able to see what's going on around me at all times with the cameras. So big ups for me on that. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit because I do want to touch on the bunk area on here. I really like a couple things that they have. And then we can kind of sum this video up, guys. But I hope you really enjoyed it. All right, guys, so you can see we scooted back a little bit so you can see the bunk area here. So this is pretty standard on Class C's. One thing that Coachmen does different than some manufacturers is a lot of times you'll have, it's just bedding all the way across. With this, you have storage here. So you have built-in storage. This is perfect for blankets or if you have kids up here for like little games or anything like that. It's perfect to go there. Also, they don't have to spill their little juices and anything like that because there's built-in cup holders. You also do have two USB plugs. I'm surprised. Oh, okay, no, I'm not. Okay, so you also have two 110 plugs here. So I was gonna say, I'm surprised if you didn't have that. So USBs on that side, 110s on this side. I love that Coachmen, I don't know if this is an option we order, I'm not really sure, but all the Leprechauns that we have the net already on it. Again, I don't know if that's something that we order, if that's just standard, but I love that it already comes with it, because if you don't want it, hey, take these off and you don't even notice these little silver hooks. You can store them in a compartment you know, no one's the wiser. But I like having it because even if you're not like worried about like kids rolling out or anything like that, it's great for storing stuff because then you're not worried about if you hit the gas too hard like my dad always did driving, you jam it and jam the brakes. I mean, he was wild, man. But if he jams the gas, your stuff might come flying off or your kids might come flying off, but with the net, you don't have to worry about that. So I really love having that. You have a collapsible ladder here, so that's very convenient because you don't have to worry about storing like a full-size ladder up there. And then also you do have a fan, a max air fan right here. So this is the bigger fan. I mentioned you can upgrade your bathroom fan. If you upgrade it, I'd probably do this, but that's great to help move air as well. To tell you the truth, with 2 ACs and a 26 and change foot RV, you're not gonna need that fan. But if I guess you wanted to, you could. Now I didn't mention this earlier, but you do have the Winegard 360 Plus in here, or the Winegard Gateway. This isn't a Gateway 360 Plus thing, I'm combining them all there. ESPN Fantasy, hopefully I won this week. But yes, so what that is, that's another option where you can have cell booster, you can have it as Wi-Fi provider, you just have to get with your cell carrier to set that up, but relatively easy there. So guys, I absolutely, oh, and then one last thing, you're gonna have storage right there. That's like a little mini mud room. That's perfect for dirty shoes, just to stick them in there as soon as you get in so you're not tracking mud inside everywhere. That's nice. I absolutely love this floor plan, guys. I've been so excited to show you since we got it in. I hope you love it. If you've got any questions, let us know in the comments below. People always want to know what's it cost? Is it available? For any current availability or pricing, check our website down below. We can give you the latest and greatest pricing so it's not stuck on whatever we are today. Guys, any questions, reach out. We would love to help. Let me know what you think about this video. And as always, enjoy the journey.